There's John and Graham just heading up through a wood, and today we're looking at, and I'll have to apologise for my pronunciation of this one, Rhiw Gwraidd, and it's a twin top Marilyn, 442 metres. It's steep and very muggy. So it's John working his way over. Of course, Graham, I'm floored. We arrived on the summit about 20 minutes or so ago, and Graham's here. He's going to give us a quick explanation what we've been doing so far.
Hi, thanks Merlin. Yes, well, we arrived up here sweating profusely, I think, after a very humid start. And the first thing that we wanted to do was locate the exact summit of this west top of the hill, Rhiw Gwraidd. And what we've done, we've looked at all the contenders around, which if you just look over my shoulder, you will see one of them where the wire is. We've checked that out with the levelling staff, and that was about half a metre lower than the cairn that's marked here. And then we have done staff plate placements along this little spine of the ridge, which is definitely the highest section, and we have located the highest point where the yellow flag is down there, which, believe it or not, is right next to the cairn. So all that effort took us about 20 minutes, and we found that the cairn's at the highest point.
So for the viewers, if I just go down, yeah, there's the level just in the background with the optics on, and here's the highest point of one of the summits. While we're progressing with the line survey, here's the little bubble that I have to keep in the centre to keep vertical alignment. And if we look up the staff, I've got it on 5 metre length. There's very, very little breeze today, and just coming over, here's John and Graham, and we've just passed over the col between the two summits. So we've still got a little bit of work to do for the first lot of readings, and then we're going to repeat that back. And depending on time, we may even take a third or fourth, but we'll see how it goes for today. We've just completed the first line survey. We're on the summit of the second of the twin tops, looking back at where we started from in the distance. And if I just come around, the breeze has picked up a little bit, so that may affect the audio. And what we found here is an embedded rock, which is the highest point of this particular hill. There we go, it's good and solid, that's not moving. And about 2 metres away is the cairn. And John and Graham have just done their calculations. So let's go over to them and see what they found out. They've just added up the backside and the foresight, and they're just debating which is the high of the two summits. What's it come out at?
7 centimetres.
So, which is the higher of the two?
We're just trying to work that out. Really.
So we've got the difference between the two, but again, this is the first of a planned at least 2 line surveys. We did contemplate doing a minimum of 3, and even considered for a while doing 4. We set off from the car at 11 up to the summit and getting the gear ready by about 12, and it's 10 to 2 now, so this has taken about an hour and 50 minutes to complete one line survey, and we've been very, very careful because of the closeness between the absolute height of these two summits. Been paying particular attention in when you're doing foresight and backside to keep a very equal distance between between the level and staff. And let's get in and see what they're debating. I'll show you all the figures.
Negative. If you subtract that from that and it's negative, then you're going downhill. If it's positive, you're going uphill.
Yep.
So if I subtract all of those from all of those, and the answer is positive,
You're going uphill.
we're going uphill.
Correct.
So this is the higher.
Yeah.
By 7 centimetres.
So, there we go.
We haven't got that the right way round, have we?
You said if
Oh, I'll come in again to. It's always interesting seeing John and Graham in working mode and trying to work things out. So we'll come back in again and we'll have a little look at the figures again.
So we subtract that from. So we subtract that from that, and it's positive.
Yeah.
So that we're going uphill.
So this is the lower number here.
Yeah.
So this is the higher side.
This is the highest.
This
side.
is the higher side. That is the highest point.
Yeah.
That rock there.
Yeah. Do we agree?
We agree. Yes. yeah.
I think we need to go with a cold towel. I think we both agree. I think we're probably both right.
So John, the
declaration of the team here is that rock sitting over there is the summit of the hill and is 7 centimetres higher than over there.
so as far as these two twin summits on the map, is it 4? What was the height?
442.
442.
Over there.
Yeah. Are they sort of east and western summits, or?
Yeah, I think I'll get the
Comes out. I think they are. Yeah.
So, what one would this be, John, out of the two? This is the one nearest to the very large mast, isn't it? There's a very high mast.
Oh yes, it's down there. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is just a.
East summit, aren't we?
Yeah. This is just a few hundred yards away from that
Yeah, I
mast.
guess 100 yards.
Yeah, they're almost due
Well, if I come in,
western, east.
Graham's got a good map here. So let's have a little look.
That's the west top there, although it's not got a blue spot on it. That was the middle top, and then that
We're
is
sitting
the
there.
summit that we're sitting on here.
There's the mast. and
there's the mast
Yeah.
here.
So it's the out of the twin tops on the
that
map.
point, isn't it? We're
So
saying
we're
the
making
higher.
that one higher by 7 centimetres.
Well, again, that's
But
pretty
don't forget,
good.
we've got to go back yet.
Yeah.
So we've got to get closer.
Yeah.
And we've got to make sure we've got a head around that right. That's right. I'm sure that's right. I think it is.
I know when we came up here, when we set off, the two of you attempted to do at least 3, if not 4 line surveys.
I don't think we'll quite manage that. It was a bit harder than we thought.
Well,
Daylight, aren't we?
Well,
2 hours it's taken.
I was going to say, John, I looked at my watch and about an hour 50 odd minutes.
Yeah.
So, but we were very, very careful, weren't we, coming up here because of the closeness in the two summit positions.
So we
Yeah.
take a bit more care. Well, we always take care, but we have to be very careful.
Yeah. Okay then. Cheers, guys. Thank you. So I'll just come over and leave John and Graham for the moment, and come back and quickly look at the embedded rock about 2 metres away, which is the highest point. There we go. And I'll just pan up, and you can see the level in the background, and looking back over towards the other twin top on the map. Well, John's at the level, and myself and Graham have swapped positions. I'm doing the figures, and Graham's on the staff. That's the summit that we're aiming for, which was the one that we began at earlier on today. And there's John at the level.
No, stay there. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll stay there, yeah.
So we're now heading down towards the Col, which is just beyond where Graham is.
Yeah.
That's 7 points. That's 7.1 centimetres difference.
The previous one was
7.1. Bloody hell.
7.1.
Whoa! I don't believe it.
and it's the other way round. It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the two?
It's higher by 7.1 centimetres.
We've got a closing error of 1 millimetre.
Wow, that's pretty good going, isn't it?
No, zero.
Zero. Sorry, zero. Zero.
Zero.
Closing error is 0.
Best yet, God.
Well, I mean, you've got to do the back sights and the foresights, and it may change slightly.
Yeah, but it's good.
So that's pretty good.
That's the best ever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost as good as me and Mervyn, that, John.
Almost, isn't it?
So, John, for the viewers, have you quickly explained what all the excitement's about?
Well, what we've done, we've line surveyed the 2 points here, as we said earlier, which we're trying to measure, which is the higher. We've line surveyed in one direction and got a difference in height of 7.1 centimetres. At that point being higher over there. So we've repeated the exercise, but coming all the way back, and we've got exactly the same result. At that point over there is 7.1. So over that distance and that number of readings, that's pretty good going.
And time-wise, each line survey took an hour or so?
Well, yes,
oh no, an hour 50,
2 hours.
wasn't it?
About an hour and 5, an hour and 10 minutes.
Yes.
And the one that way took about an hour and 50.
Yeah. So we've been about 3 hours surveying.
But that's an excellent result, isn't it?
Oh, that's pleasing. Yeah, really pleasing. That one. Yeah.
So as far as this supposed twin-top Marilyn is concerned,
It's no longer a twin.
It's no longer a twin. That's slightly higher.
so if I just pan around, here's Graham, and this is
He's having a
the
celebratory drink.
this is the little summit just behind Graham where we set off from. You can see the yellow flag, and I'll pan up just to get Graham again, and here's John. And then if I go all the way around past the level, and you can see the higher of the two summits over in the distance.